Hey everybody, this is Kevin with Imagination Hobbies. I was basically going to do a little video of all my Lego castle minifigures I have and just kind of go over the different factions and like kind of what I did behind it. Um, Most of this is official Lego. There's a couple helmets and stuff that probably aren't, but for the most part, it's all Lego. So I'll just go through. I don't know if I should start from the front or the back. I guess I'll start from the back. So I'll just start with like this off to the side. I call this like, I don't know, the Frozen Crown faction, just because like they're Crown Knights, and there's also like a Frost Knight and stuff in the front. So like they're all using kind of this, I don't know, light blue mixed with dark blue, mixed with like all kinds of blues. And so I figured I'd make them like all part of the same faction. They got a little husky there. And then we go over to like the Lion Knights that I have. And so we have like some spearmen, some swordsmen, a prince, queen, king. They're like, champion jouster guy, and a couple jesters. Then here's like an extension of the army. This is part of the Lion Knight army, I'm going to say. And they're a little bit darker red. They have a little bit of a different color scheme going to them. But I would say these are like the archers, right, of the army. And they're this guy's little retinue. And they're part of the Lion Kingdoms. And then if I stick with the Lion Kingdoms, there's another faction. Same basic premise. They're lion knights too from the Lion Kingdom. But I would say that these guys are probably in a different region than those guys, and they're all part of the same army, but they have different heraldry colors, just denoting them a different like lineage maybe. But we have some axemen or pikemen or whatever you call them, a princess, a queen, a king. Trying to focus. And then we have like this, I don't know, soon to be queen, warrior princess or something. And she's got like her two horsemen with her that are kind of elite. And so they're all part of this Lion Kingdom too. So there's a huge section of the Lion Kingdom kind of split up into different, I don't know, sub factions. And then I guess we can just keep going straight. So get to the Falcons. They call them Black Falcons in Lego. I changed the armor a bit. I used the Lego really like the dark silver for these guys. I just thought it looked super cool. And then I got these idea for like doing kind of like alternate bows on YouTube. And so there's some knights in the back, heavily armored. There's like the champion jouster guy. You got like some, I don't know, heroes or champions. You have like the king who has the gray hair, at least of this sub faction. Then you have like the falconer, which is cool. This is like a new thing. And then you have your bowman, and you have like your lead bowman falconer guy. You have like your wizard court for the faction, which is cool. Not all of them have a wizard court, I guess. And so I just, because they're blue, I just made them part of it. Then you have a couple musician or minstrels, and then just some random guards there. And so those are all my Black Falcons in the blue scheme. Then you have the, I don't know if you'd say Royal Guard or Royalty, but All these guys right here, I guess would be considered Black Falcons too, per Lego. These were in like the pick-a-brick. It's just like you can buy random minifigures and assemble them. And they gave you enough parts to assemble like a cool group of knights. And so I have the ones off to the right, which are heavily armored. They're like the royal guard for this king. I don't know if this is the king of all the Black Falcons, or if that guy, yeah, maybe that guy's just the general of the Blue Army or something, and this is the actual king. It's all made up, so just trying to piece together some type of story behind it. So you have all your, royal soldiers or something, and they're part of the same faction because they have the same symbols and stuff as far as that falcon style symbol. They're clearly red instead of blue, which is different. Then we got some random bits and bobs up here. This is like my undead force. That guy's like super menacing. He's got cool armor and stuff. This is from a bunch of different Lego pieces. These guys are called Fright Knights, I believe. Or Frightening. I think these are Fright Knights. You got a couple skeletons. So I would say like this is all like one undead faction here because he's like a vampire, and you got some ghost knights and a couple skeletons. Then I got a couple like orcs and a goblin. You got a couple dwarves down here. Some random Viking dude. A couple ghosts that are probably actually a part of that undead faction. They just didn't fit over there. I got a like a lot of this stuff is rando, but I have a couple other armies to show you. But got a gladiator. Here's a little raiding faction. This is an older faction. I think they call them the Bull Knights. And so my thought process behind these guys is like, I'm going to make them look a little bit different. And so those helmets, I don't believe are Lego. I think they're brickwarrior or some third party. And I got like those horns and threw them on there just to keep the bull theme. Then we have like your warlord or whatever, and you have like your, I don't know what this would be, minotaur, shape shifting. I don't know what's going on here, but it's kind of cool. They're like a little warband. And another warband I've just kind of combined is these are like considered the forest people or whatever, forestmen. And so you have a random just peasant here. You have an elf in like really fancy armor. That is not official Lego. That one is like, I don't know what you'd call it, fake Lego. But I thought it was kind of cool. And then the rest are Lego. Her brown armor, I believe, is from Brickwarrior, which is like a third-party company that makes Lego accessories. But this is really old school forestman, like one of the OG Robin Hood style ones. And then the rest of these here are just random. Like some of them are new forestmen. I put different hair piece on it. This is the hair off the new Falconer. I threw it on her because these guys use more red and green. And so that's another little faction. And then I just combined them with these centaurs that I built. Like one of these is a minifigure series, gladiator or something, and I threw his body onto a minotaur horse half. Then we got this little homie here. I forget what he's called. He's like the acorn wizard or something. Well, he's not called the acorn wizard. He's called like the acorn kid or something. But I thought he'd be a cool little druid. I gave him like little pipes and stuff. That's from Brick Warrior, that little piece. And these little squirrels. Oh, he's called the Squirrel Boy or something. I don't remember exactly what he's called. But these little squirrels are his little homies, and he's like a druid or something. So he calls on them to like help him fight in battle, I guess. Help all the forest people. Then we got some old school dragon knights here. Sorry for the shaky cam. I'm trying so hard. These guys are pretty cool. They're a little worn out because I had them since I was a little kid. Most of this other stuff I got a lot later. But these little dragon kingdoms are cool. I got this like red wizard crazy dude. See if I can take his helmet off. Yeah, so that's what normally he looks like. But then I gave him like a fire staff, and then I gave him Jafar's headgear because I thought it just looked cool from Aladdin. You got like this old spider witch chick. You got this cool tournament style, I don't know what you call him, red dragon knight. He doesn't have any like blue on him or anything. And I fancied him up and gave him one of the old plumes. And like the new red cape off like one of the orcs. And then like one of my favorite minifigures would be this guy. He's all decked out. He's got different color arms and legs and different color plumes. And he would be like the king or the leader of this Dragon Knight faction. Lego always has like these recurring factions, and they change the color scheme on them. I wish they would just make all new factions every time. So you wind up with like more Dragon Knights, and these are called the Green Dragons. That gesture is from a third party. I used some Lego pieces. I can't focus on it. Hold on. I used some Lego pieces, and then that gesture cap is like a third party piece. And then you have the actual Green Dragon Knights. Got some like more heavily armored ones off to the right. More soldier ones with those frisbee hats. I got a green wizard with a little green dragon familiar pet, and then I got her. She's like, I would say she's like the queen or the leader of all of them. And you got some elite soldiers here. Those helms and armors on these two elite guys are from Brick Warrior, I believe. It's not technically a Lego, but whatever. And then let's see. Last but not least, you got Tournament Knights. The one on the bottom right has a Brick Warrior helmet and weapon, and everything else is Lego with the exception of the sticker on that barding on the horse. And the one with the green plume is called a Bear Knight, or it's actually called a Frightening Knight, but everybody just dubbed it the Bear Knight. The ones with the black and yellow are Tournament Knights. I thought they're cool. Just random knights I built, like just kind of one-off things that don't really have like a bigger place. But I do want to do like an actual tournament build or something where they do like a joust, and then I can take one from each faction, like this guy. I can make one of these, like a jouster guy. You got this jouster guy. You got this tournament knight guy. You got this homie right here. And so I have several that I can, make in like, what you call like a medieval games. So like those would be the jouster guys, and then I have a lot of foot knights that are specialized that can, do some type of foot tournament. I also forgot about these. We have like a white knight or something with his helmet falling off or flying off. And then you got his kid and his wife or princess or something and their little cat. And those are all, none of this like comes in like sets exactly like this. I kind of just build them to mix and match and fit like the color scheme, or just kind of make up my own story behind it, just like anything with your imagination and any other nerd stuff. So hope you guys like this. Something different. I hope shaky cam is not too bad. I was just bored and I'm injured and I wanted to set all this stuff up. Then I got this like thing from medieval times. This like little flag. When I went for the first time, I actually never been. And I'm going to the Renaissance Festival tomorrow. So, it all kind of comes together. Kind of, makes sense to do all this right now. But I hope you guys enjoy this, or I don't know if you like Lego or not. But it's Kevin with Imagination Hobbies, signing off. Have a good day.